about to go to dinner.
Lyle? Alright. Y'all remember what happened last time?
The last thing I remember is we were in a carriage on our way back home with Mr. Adler.
For dinner.
Can give somewhat of a recap if anyone needs it.
Yeah. Let's see what you got.
Alright, we started the Duval arc, which caused us to go to the town, which ironically is the only thing I don't have in my notes.
Western.
Western. So, a couple things, big things, about what's going on. There are the Order of the Iron who have taken up the iron mine and guard duty in this town. They also work very closely with Urias Duval. His kids, Athos and Ari, don't really care too much about the house. They're not against the guards per se because they're doing their job, is basically what they told us. We detected that there was some undead presence on the grounds of the family mansion.
Mm-hmm.
We're not quite sure what that means yet. Arthos is a little harder on our boy Uran because he's not fond of the way you write. He seems very proper, interested in historical records. He's staying an extra week, whereas Ari is leaving. Said 8 hours felt like 14 hours of sleep because for some reason when you sleep in the house, it's like a heavier sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The known Brotherhood of Iron people we know are Siegfried Sonder, who is the general or base commander.
Mm-hmm.
We know Alder Haas, who is dark-haired and drives a car of some sort. He doesn't want to talk about where he's from. He's aware of Urias' work. Other than that, there's like a constant, I don't know if it's constant, but there's overcast in this area. Urias was working on historical records, something to do with undead, necromancy maybe? He also has a routine where he goes to the gardens, the forward operating base, the town, and he's very meticulous about keeping that going. I do have other stuff, but I think
It's a good basis to leave it at.
it's a good basis. One thing I'd like to bring up is the pictures in the hallway when we came in.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently your lineage cares a lot about their history, as they're in order of oldest to youngest, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all in nice, intricate frames. It's the first thing you see when you go in the house, so I'm guessing tradition is very important, which is why they gave Kazuku an outfit to wear.
To walk
All right,
around
now I'm done.
shirtless.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay. Just to give you guys more description on Adler, as they're kind of in the vehicle at this point. Adler looks a bit young, fair skin but very pale. On his black uniform, he has 3 silver medals that show what type of esteemed soldier he might be. That he might be renowned as. He has brown eyes, a long shoulder-length hair, very, very dark. The uniform jacket he kind of wears over his shoulders. There's like a little chain at the neck that kind of connects each side of the jacket, so it kind of stays around him. Those of you that want, you can roll perception while I go through some of this. His gloves, he wears like these pure white gloves, and they seem made out of this felt that can easily pick up dirt. When you scan him, let's see what you guys got. 8, 14, 26, 24, 14. Those of you above 20 would see off to his hip this very, like, kind of strange mechanized item on the right side of his hip. Those of you that rolled higher than 13 would notice he always carries a knife with him as well. The vehicle in which you are all traveling in is very fancy, from the black leather seats to wine bottles racked off onto the side next to a very chilled box of some sort. Symbols of a scorpion engraving in these kind of emblems throughout the vehicle. A black and darkened window blocks any visual sighting of the actual driver. Kind of separates the passengers from the driver, giving off a type of lounge vibe to you all. Normally, by carriage, this ride would be a bit bumpy, but it's smooth. It's like you're not really moving at all.
Is
Takes-
is
Oh,
is
go
this
ahead.
appropriate? What kind of wine is that?
Just your normal ale.
Is this for the ride over? Is this available to anyone?
Please help yourself if you feel inclined to
I
drink.
grab a bottle and pull the cork off of my teeth.
Okay.
I don't grab a glass. I thank you.
You're all esteemed guests.
I slam half of it.
Mr. Duval was pretty excited for you all to, well, mostly the children. He's happy that his children arrived back. I'm sure you're all enlightened to be back home.
It is quite nice to see my family. Also a bit different. What is your organization about? Like, what brought you to Westrun?
Nothing specifically, but other than the mine that was here. The Brotherhood of Iron is a way into a more industrial type future. Our
See.
beliefs are to ensure mankind's survival.
Industrialization. Okay.
Through technological advances, even those who are incapable of healing through magics or unable to cast the flame will be able to. Those less fortunate can experience being unique and bring about more esteemed leaders willing to bring mankind forward.
You said this is a flame?
Noble cause.
Not a flame, to help those that can cast flames. But any element type, really.
Can it help people develop an element type?
Through our sources, it's possible, yes. We've been conducting things.
And Gary, what did he say that was?
Which part?
What object does that?
There's no object. He was just kind of saying like his main goal. So through technological advances, even those who are incapable of healing through magics or unable to cast a flame, which, I mean, now that I'm reading this, I can see why it would raise a brow. But it would be really any element, any type of magic will be able to, a person would be able to do this. Those less fortunate can experience being unique and bring about more esteemed leaders willing to bring mankind forward.
So essentially, you're making it to where anyone is capable of advancing or defending themselves, even those who have no magical skill at all, no arcane knowledge. Pretty noble of you.
Through rigorous training, of course. But yes, that is our goal.
We've met a being in some of our travels. And I will look at my companions. If they know who I'm talking about.
Idolus Maximus.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna say it so everyone approved, but there she goes.
I've been drinking.
Not sure if I heard of this person before, but
You ever heard of the civilization known as Ranshiro?
no.
Then I want to inside him.
You can insight him if you want. But yeah, he says, no, I haven't.
This drunk ass.
I would have perked up.
He doesn't seem to be lying, and when you notice Renshiro, he kind of narrowed his eyes a bit.
He didn't appear to be lying, but he narrowed his eyes when I said Ranchero.
You've never heard of Ranchero?
I travel quite a lot. I feel as though I would know.
No surprise.
Is this a home place of yours? See that some of you belong to some sort of religious sect of some sort. He's kind of looking at Kyo and Aislynn.
A couple, actually.
This is
Not many people know of my home.
This is my dear little sister, Aislynn. She is known as the Sovereign. Quite gifted in clerical work.
I just look at her confused. Sovereign.
Are you separate mother and father, or?
What?
We have separate mothers and fathers.
You have red hair. She has what? I assume your siblings through other means.
I take another sip. I applaud you for mentioning the hair, not the blue skin. It's more of sisters through our life experiences. We've been together for quite some time.
Band of sisterhood is what you would call it.
Yes.
I don't have any pants, but yes.
Band.
Wow.
Aria, and I'll put my hand over her drink and push it down.
It would take a lot more for me to get drunk, Aislynn.
He looks to you, Aaron. Your father has helped us for some time now. Aaron, we appreciate the fine works of the Duval family.
What exactly has he been helping you all with? You
There are
don't mind my asking?
records. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for interrupting.
No, go right ahead.
There's records of the mine. Helps a bit easier to travel down in such dark, damp places.
Who are we talking to right now?
Adler.
Oh. Is this his brother, or is this the...
No, his
okay.
brother is Arthos.
Dark, damp places like a catacomb?
Correct. He casts Zone of Truth, and you see him look to you like, kind of raise a brow a bit.
Habit. We've been lied to a lot.
Well, seeing as you're a bit on edge, he takes his hat off and he places it on the side and lights himself another cigarette and takes a long drag. I have no reason to hide anything. But yes, your father has records of the catacombs. We use them to benefit our advances.
I see. Have you guys found anything, weird down there?
Is there something you wanted to say?
I'll have a question, but I'll wait till you answer his.
Righto then. Well, there were certain disturbances. Creatures of the undead of some sort. Of course, they were dealt swiftly, but it does seem like undead and creatures of the dark still linger here and there.
Where did you...
No, go ahead.
Where did you learn your technological advances? It's quite primitive, but yet quite advanced.
Oh. I put her sake down. I put her hand down like she's drinking.
He kind of looks to you a bit appalled by your comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was rude again, wasn't I, Arya? It's quite advanced for this area.
Just stop. What she means, she is very used to the way her technology is, and it is way advanced. It's just even what you have here is leagues and leagues further than most of the realm. I have to applaud what you're doing here. It seems quite interesting, and I do really like the idea that you're working on. Might I ask how you're planning to, what technology is being used to further your cause? I'm, just a primitive person swinging swords, so I'm not really quite sure how one can create elements out of nothing. Or I don't mean nothing like nothing, but through your instruments.
So where did you learn your technology?
Much like celestial beings, we've come across a source that was left behind ages ago. The mine seems to house some of those energies. A rather exuberant source at that. With this power, we were able to contain a majority of it through the works of Mr. Hall. He's the head of our science division.
Is Mr. Hall?
Hall.
Hall. Was Mr. Hall?
So you're
here?
saying that there's something within the mine that is already there that you guys are tapping into?
It's very rare compared to the raw materials, but yes, there is something there.
I am very interested in your work. Would it be... Go ahead, Kyo.
I assume it's not natural.
Most certainly isn't. It seems to draw the undead.
Oh, I'm
Is
quite
it-
gifted in the arts of the arcane. Perhaps I can assist you and maybe have an extra set of eyes on what you're doing. Perhaps there's something I could use to, or assist you with to make it easier or further your goal. I understand the trust isn't there right now, but should the opportunity arrive, I'd be happy to take a look at whatever you need me to.
I appreciate your hard work and will to help us. But that's to allow you down there is above my pay grade.
Who will we need to talk to go look at it?
That would be the base commander, Walter Bauman.
Well, I'm sure that we'll be working together while we're here. So, in due time, if the opportunity arrives, I'd be happy to request that. I understand that trust must be earned first, as I hand Aislynn the empty bottle and grab another one.
No!
Relax. We're going to dinner.
I can most certainly say, looking amongst you, you've seen your share of battle.
Mm-hmm. I'll look down at the
More than
ground.
most people would understand. This young one here, she's seen many things.
Mm-hmm. Still looking at the ground.
What type of things?
Things I would...
Things that will destroy the realm if left undealt with. It's by... I'm surprised you haven't heard of the problem. Are you aware of the Black Flame? Enreal?
We've heard stories from foreigners that travel west.
The great dragonborn Atheneo?
Shudder.
I was informed that Ateneo was dead long ago, since the fall of the Bone Capital.
I create a mirror image of, or a minor image of his likeness. And I assure you, he's not. These are all things that everyone will have to deal with. So perhaps whatever you're working on will end up helping the realm. Because, I assure you, it will head this way eventually.
He's scared.
I mean, it is all valuable information, and as much as I'd want to save the world, I do have orders to follow as well.
Oh no. By all means, that isn't me pressuring you. I'm just making you aware of the situation that you're also currently in. as it doesn't look like news is spread too quickly here.
We need to talk to Mr. Bauman.
Well, he'll be attending tonight's dinner. You can speak with him then.
Thank you very much, sir.
Are you gonna be there too? Or you've got duties to attend to?
I will be there. I actually work directly with your father, for I am head of security here.
Do you know why he's been so strange lately?
Could be exposure to the mine. It does do that to people. The name for the ore is Aetherite, by the way.
Aetherite.
Mm-hmm. Forgot to mention that.
No, you're good.
If you guys are all out of questions, I'll carry on with the ride here. Unless you have something to ask him.
No, I'm just good. It'll just be like elevator talk, I guess.
Okay. After some conversation, you guys would arrive to the manor. Approaching it, you hear the gate guard come and approach the vehicle. Adler rolls down the window just slightly to where he just unveils his eyes. The guard responds, commanding the other guards to open the gate. You hear in a very strange, offhand language, Afne Dastor. You'd hear a loud clink, and the gate is open before you all. The vehicle begins to move, and you notice one of the guards speak into that handheld box from before. Still speaking in that estranged language from before. Let's see. Speaking by ear. Upon arriving on the grounds of the manor, you see two more of these same vehicles. Both of them with people just exiting out of them in these darkened military dress type uniforms. Everything is clean and kept in order. Each person looking well groomed and dressed for the occasion. The doors open for you guys, and a butler speaks to you all. Welcome, esteemed guests, to Devolved Manor, and welcome, children of Urias.
Do I know him? Is he a butler?
It seems like a new hire.
Hello. Thank you.
He's just holding the door for you guys to exit, which I assume you guys do.
As I exit, I hand him the empty bottle.
He takes it and holds it in his other hand promptly, still holding up the door open for who else is in.
Exit.
Okay.
I take a second and snap my fingers. Like, shit. Rain! And he pops up.
Okay.
Walk with Aislynn.
Summon rain. Easy peasy.
I pick up Rain and then hold my hands up to Kazuko.
I guess I'll promptly wait for everyone to get off.
I'll
Help
change it
Sophie
to a
get
bird.
off.
I would pick up Aislynn.
And then I send the bird to Huron instead.
Crown.
Aislynn.
Hey.
There are many hands of the Duval Manor that are present. They assist all you exiting the vehicle. When you exit, you may all roll perception. 28, 24.
Get out of here with that nigga. That nat 124.
5, 10, and 15. Okay.
I rolled for rain as well.
I have reliable talents. I think I can't roll below.
Yeah, so you're good. Okay, those of you above 20. Yoshi, you just miss small details. But for Aislynn, Kazuko, and Kyo would catch something.
Kyo with a 15?
Mm-hmm. He would notice things, but he would also miss small details as well.
Okay.
There are many soldiers, obviously, but only 2 additional people who seem like they are high ranking and hold some sort of superiority above the rest. One is a woman with very long brown hair, a well-dressed uniform, as well as her uniform top is bearing medals similar to that of Adler's. Maybe a superior or someone who works alongside him. Her eyes hazel, her skin a bit darker toned than that of Adler. Probably the only person with more a hint of color to her than those that are around in this type of dreary land. Most soldiers are known not to wear makeup in such places, and it catches your eye that she would wear bright red lipstick in such a formal, more militaristic type setting. She looks a bit disgruntled, as if this is way out of her way and doesn't wish to take part in something as simple as this. Everyone would notice this gentleman here, a very tall, chiseled jaw, looks almost like some sort of action hero.
Is there something we're supposed to be looking at?
With your 28 and 36, I'm just giving you a description of what you guys.
No, sorry. The way you said here, I thought you were like pointing something out. Sorry.
How tall is he?
I would say he's a bit shorter than you. You probably have him over 2 inches.
I just had to make sure that he was he was a big.
The way he carries himself and moves shows that he is a distinguished soldier under this type of base. He does seem to be like he's in charge of everyone here. Seems a lot of the grunts kind of either stay out of his way or assist him very quickly.
Oh, this is Bellman?
Just
Under
thinking that.
under his hat, you would see black hair, brownish eyes, his skin color white, with a bit of scarring, maybe that from some sort of explosion, maybe shrapnel, on the right side of his face. The way he looks is as if he's confident in his ability and confident in his command. Seems to never look at the ground, that he always holds his head up high. Upon seeing him, this gentleman begins to make his way towards you guys. Welcome. I assume you are esteemed guests, travelers who have come far to visit one's father. Am I correct?
Yes, you are, Mr. I would extend my hand.
My apologies for being so rude. My name is Bauman, Walter Bauman.
This
I'm
is
base-
the chiseled commander, right?
Yeah, I'm the
Okay.
base commander general.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay, Bowman, gotcha. He's the base commander, you said?
Mhm. My
Um,
condolences to your beloved mother. I can only imagine the pain you have been put through.
That's quite unfortunate.
Kinda
Thank
look-
you.
Not a problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Sees this small elfling creature before him. He approaches you and kind of looks down, but doesn't want to tower over you, so he doesn't kneel, but kind of crouches. Yes.
Would you like me to remove those scars?
Whatever for. Are they appalling?
No, but it looks like it hurts.
It just reminds me of what I fight for.
Okay.
But I appreciate your sentiment. and kind of ruffles your hair, kind of messing it up a bit.
I'll just giggle. So you're not hurting then?
No, you grew used to it after a while.
Mm. Okay.
It's like you've seen many battles.
Well, I unfortunately didn't gain rank from doing nothing.
I appreciate that. Name's Arya.
Pleasure to meet you. And you all are?
I am Aislynn Renshiro Amaris.
Boyan.
You see.
I am
Oh.
Arya, daughter of Achilles.
Get outta
This
here
is
with
Kazaku.
Kazuko Balti, or Beast of Tolkai, for currently known as Bahamut.
Former Beast of Tolkai. There's
No,
a difference.
current Beast of Tolkai, now
And-
known as Bahamut.
And this one over here, the soldier, is the holy man, Kyo.
Pleasure to meet you all. You claim to be Bahamut. You have proof of this title?
I would pull up my shirt.
I would pull down. Don't. He's having an identity crisis. So don't.
No. I would keep pulling my shirt up.
Had a little bit too much to drink, and I punch him in his stomach.
I don't know what that's gonna do, girl.
I have a +9 strength.
And I have a +9 Constitution.
Do you really?
Nah, it's +7.
Like, get fucked.
Is something the matter?
He
I don't
just
know why
needs
they're
to
trying
be
to stop.
respectful. I apologize.
He literally asked me to. I'm showing him what he asked to see.
You were given the outfit to wear for a reason. Per Aaron's father, you need to dress appropriately. If you want to show him your tattoos, show him at a later time, please.
I'll just pull my shoulder down instead of taking it off. Boom, there's my tattoo. Pull it back up.
These tattoos of yours, they prove that you're a god? Why?
Do you want me to? I just pull out my hand and like grow claws. Like, what do you want me to show you?
A simple polymorph, nothing more.
Why don't we head inside? My
Do I
father's
look like-
waiting.
I look like I can cast spells.
I grab him by the ass. You put a spell on me, darling. Keep walking.
Let's go in the house, Kazuko. Drag him by the hand.
Be more peaceful. Inner peace. Inner peace.
Think of Heisenthal.
You would see Adler walk up to Mr. Bauman here. You would hear him say, "It werden even Bohafen." As you guys go inside.
By the way, when I walk by the girl with the red lipstick,
Mhm.
I kind of make my clothes a little bit tighter, look over at her, and wink at her.
She gives you a quick glance, but doesn't seem to.
I mean, I
focus.
wink and I just keep walking.
Okay.
Like I'm not wasting the time.
Okay.
Well, you kind of did. You tied your clothes.
After all these introductions, you all enter the manor. One
No
moment.
idea what the language they're speaking.
Would
It
you like to know?
Seems rather foreign.
I cast comprehend languages.
That's for written stuff only, I believe.
Is
Let's
it?
take a look.
Yeah. you
In
have
a
to read
book,
it.
it's reading rainbow. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't have it
written
prepared
words.
anyways.
It's written words.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, pardon.
So after all these introductions, you all enter the manor. Which I think you're all there now.
Oh no, it's Resident Evil.
A bit more lively and decorated. It shows a bit of color than before. Not sucking your soul type of vibe as it was before. The lighting shows the manor so well. Its paintings kind of show off a bit more those of the ancestry type of the Duval Manor. But one painting amongst them looks odd. Which is your passive perceptions, with which I've taken the kindness to write down.
That is
Uh,
true.
you would notice it to be a pale woman, human, with very long, like, past her shoulders from in the picture. Very long black hair. That being said,
That's your mother? Aaron?
This is a painting, right?
mhm. This painting wasn't here before, so it's a bit strange that this woman, this stranger, is on your walls.
Wait, is she my mother?
No, she's not.
Mm, oh, she is not my mother.
Do you know who it is?
I don't think I do, right?
Nope.
This is very strange. Is there a servant around?
There's many around.
I would back into the one closest to me and just whisper, like, who's in that painting?
Kind of looks around, kind of shifting his eyes a bit. I'm sorry, sir. I can't answer.
Who can? I mean,
Can't answer.
Headmaster has told us all that we were not able to mention this person's name.
That's
Interesting.
nuts.
Forgive me, sir.
it's cool. No worries. I won't tell anyone you told me. I'm just kidding. You didn't tell me.
It's like holding his chest. You gave him a heart attack.
Don't
Uh,
bully
I'd
her.
like to inspect it a little more.
Okay. You begin to go up to it. She wears a very nice, fine black dress. Roll perception.
Alright, then I'm going to cast Identify by touching the frame. An 8. Nothing really. Then I...
Only thing you can tell is that the paint doesn't seem to be as old as the rest of these paintings.
I'm going to cast Identify on the piece of work. Unless someone stops me from touching it.
When you cast the spell Identify, there are no spells that are affecting this item.
Any magic imbued in it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Alright.
No magic.
And I'm guessing with my perception I didn't see anything more than I already saw with my passive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's beautiful. I love that dress.
I mean, that's nice, but I still don't know who she is. Maybe we should ask, my father or people at dinner. Maybe they'll know. I'm sure
Is
they'll
that
know.
general still with us?
Yeah, he's coming in behind you guys.
Hey,
Ari
Miss
Oh, go ahead.
Mr. Bauman.
Yes, how may I help you? As he's like removing his gloves.
This painting wasn't here yesterday and it's quite extravagant. Who is the lady in it?
Seems to be a woman that had taken the eye of the headmaster here. Not sure who she is. I do not live here.
Thank you.
Mm.
Wonderful.
Considering you work directly with
Alder does, doesn't it?
Burroughs.
I come here from time to time. Adler is more
Oh.
acquainted with this manor than I am.
That's right.
Thank you,
My
anyways.
mistake.
It's fine. We're all here just to enjoy ourselves, aren't
Do you guys need to freshen up before dinner?
Do you saying I need to?
Yes, you smell like
You should probably
juice.
drink some water.
I have water on me all the time. I hold up my flask.
Oh, less water now than you did earlier this day, but
You smell
There,
like
there.
juice.
Are you worried? And I make a beautiful dinner dress appear.
Okay. Bauman would have excused himself while you guys kind of talk amongst each other.
I guess I will try to go to my old room and just wear something like formal dinner type.
There's
Maybe brush my hair for once.
I guess I'll just stand there awkwardly because I don't know what to
You wanna come with me? Come.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, we didn't get assigned rooms, right?
I guess I will hail a servant. Like, do you think we can find some lodging for my friends here?
Of course, sir. But of course.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you'd be so kind as to follow me, I will show you to your guest chambers.
Oh, we were following him. Wait,
I'll
what did he
follow
just say?
It's
Yo.
gas chambers, not gas chambers.
Yeah.
I thought you said, I was like, what?
I'll follow the servant to the gas chambers.
Well, when I'm following, I would ask, is there any tailors on the manor?
There is people with this craft, yes.
I would ask for something for me. I mean, something to be tailored for me.
We'll see what the headmaster has to say if you require such dressing.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks.
I'm sure we can find something on hand that you can put on.
I would just like to stick to my robes.
Right on then. Each of you are brought to a chamber with a bed, a couch, a countertop, and a single mirror. Urin, your room is to what you wish Urin's room looks like. Wasn't really described on that, but your things would be in the same spot you kind of left everything in. Your room is actually well kept.
I will just stare at it for a second, and then go straight to my closet and find some, I don't know, old tails that I could wear to dinner or something.
Okay.
And maybe brush my hair.
All right. We'll say, for brevity's sake, moments pass.
Oh, is there a bathroom in our rooms?
Yes, there's one.
Oh, I would have actually. Do they have a bath, like a bath, or like a contraption called a shower?
There would be a shower, yeah.
I would,
Called a shower.
I would, I would shower, and I would actually let
Possibly
my
know how to use those?
yes. Anyways, I would actually let my hair down for the first time, just not mess with it. And I guess if there's any clothes, I'll put them on.
Yeah, you gotta put it on.
This put it on clothes thing isn't my style.
We'll see, for brevity's sake, you guys are clean, showered, and pretty much pampered, ready to go.
Quick question for the room too: is there parchment and ink and a well in there or no?
I would say if you look in one of the dresser drawers, or rather the desk that's there, in the
They
drawer.
got a mini fridge?
Yeah. No.
Oh my god.
Don't remove anything, we'll charge you.
I'll
What's going on your tab?
clean myself up, straighten my robes.
I actually don't even go in the room because I don't need to. I just wait outside of Aaron's room until he's ready.
Okay.
I'm not going to be more than 10 feet away from him the entire time we're here.
Okay. So we'll say you guys are gathered and being brought. You wanted to write stuff, right? Kyo.
Not right now, necessarily before dinner. We gotta do that, but before bed maybe.
Okay. So the servants come out and gather you guys. You're brought to this rather large table. A seat for everyone of the guests who have arrived, and food presented to you is this food is very outstanding and lavish. A meal for kings, if you had to describe it in one word. There's an assortment of meats, fruits, baked goods, fine wine. Um, this meal took a lot of workers and prep time, and this will perhaps be the best meal you've ever had, unless you had previously feasted upon the god's ambrosia.
Ooh, pants.
I slide. Is Kazuka near me or Uron? Or Kyo? Who's sitting next to me? I
Whoever you guys
slide
want
my
to sit
meat.
next to you can.
I'll sit next to Uron and slide my food to Kyo.
Okay.
The meat part, I'll keep the bread and the fruit for obvious reasons, and then grab a glass of wine.
When you go to sit down, Arya, Adler actually pulls out a chair for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I'll go sit down
Care
and
to
swing my
fill
legs.
my glass? And I wink at him.
That is what you require.
Nah, you're good. Thank you for pulling my chair out. That was very kind of you.
I'm going
Not
to
a
sit down and
problem.
swing my legs as when I sit down.
He'd pull a chair out for you too.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
It's not a problem. But once everyone's seated, Kurai.
I walk into the room and sit next to Ice.
Okay.
You would be the last to sit.
Okay. So you'd be like next to Kazuko.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyo, will you take care of this problem for me?
Wait, who you talking to?
Kyo.
Oh, sorry.
What problem?
I don't eat meat. Would you be kind enough to eat this so it doesn't go to waste?
You can just give it
I'll,
back.
I'll take care. I'll take care of it.
Thank you. And thanks for the conversation a while ago. I take a
Of
big sip
course.
of my wine.
Is everything to your liking? Is there something else I can grab you? Perhaps more your taste?
Oh, the fruit and the baked goods are excellent. I appreciate it. I just haven't eaten meat my entire life, so it's nothing against your food. It smelled good for meat.
Our apologies for not accommodating.
Oh, I never told you, so therefore it's my fault. No problem at all. I'm just thankful for being allowed to join Uron on this and dinner. I take another sip of my wine.
Okay. It is at this point, after a while, Urias enters, pouring himself.
I go to stand. And then I see no one else standing and sit back down.
Sorry, I
He
wasn't listening. What
begins-
happened?
He begins to pour himself a glass of wine, standing tall as you're all sitting. Begins to tap his glass and clear his throat. Today we celebrate. Today, for my wonderful children have come back to visit their dear father. We celebrate this day of forward evolution to man, and we remember this day for beloveds whose life was cut too short. Looks a bit distraught for a moment. A bit of an awkward silence. Then Adler begins to clap. To future days.
I guess I'll raise my glass. To my mother.
To your mother.
It's a family.
We'll assume you guys toast.
Did they give me wine?
I'll
Yeah.
give you wine.
Yeah! I'm a big girl.
You've been drinking wine. Never mind.
But
What? If you would like, since we're celebrating the return of family, and I'll pull out my sake bottle.
Oh shit.
And I'll,
Arias would take part in that, as you're a friend of his son.
you have my blessing. And then I'll give everybody a bit.
Thank you very much.
Is it never ending?
Yeah?
Good to know.
It goes a long way.
I haven't used it in a while, so I figured this is a good time to bring it up.
I take a
Uh,
gulp of it. How's it taste?
I've got to go look at the description.
Yeah, I was about to say, I left
You
the
can just
description.
send it to me. No worries.
I know it was made of orchids, I think. So. Oh, persimmons. Persimmons. The main
So-
ingredient is persimmons. Yeah, that's what it
As you guys are enjoying this meal, feel free to talk to anyone you wish. Perhaps get information or get to know someone a bit better. And choice is yours.
When I get time, I'm gonna sit next to Adler, but I'm not gonna go first.
It's a very nice house you have here, sir.
Oh, thank you. My wife and I built this place.
Aww.
Kind of continues looking down at his food and then helps himself.
Father, who's the woman in the main hall? You know, the new painting.
Oh, yes. What about it?
Who is she? Why is she up there?
We don't mention her. It's just something I painted. I had a dream.
You had
And-
a dream?
We've never seen this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he just said he had a dream and painted her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't you think it's a bit strange? Usually these halls are reserved for family.
She seemed to hold some sort of value for me, so it was actually a quite enlightening dream. So, much like other artists, I put my work on the wall.
I will lean in and whisper, was it a dirty dream?
Son.
I'll spit a little bit of my wine. I'll spit them out.
What is a dirty dream? Like playing in the mud?
They say dreams show us more than our desires.
I just father, but it is quite unusual. And I will look to my brother and sister for
Your sister
Or-
kind of like whispers in your ear, see what I was telling you? Arthur's is just kind of like more into
Fuck that
himself
baby.
and more to himself and kind of the dinner that's going on. Seems like he's creating small talk with Bauman.
Aria,
Mm-hmm.
did we ask for permission?
For what?
Go down.
It's dinner. Let's not discuss business at dinner.
You don't do that here? Oh, normally?
Well, we don't know these people very well, Aislynn. It's not about us at this dinner, it's about our own.
I mean, we can discuss some business after when we go to I don't know, don't rich people go to like a certain room to go smoke cigars after dinner?
Oh
or
my
something?
god. Go to the
Cigar?
lounge. Like go to the
The-
lounge.
If that's
Yeah,
what your
the-
people do, that's what they do.
Yeah, I mean,
cigar-
can. This is more of a casual type conversation about dirty dreams than when I say that, look at my father and whatnot,
You kind of scowl at you a little bit, like.
Think.
I'll look at him. Whoever she may be, she is very pretty, and if she's entering your dreams, I hope it is all the best wishes.
I appreciate your kind words. Oren, I didn't know you had such esteemed friends at your side.
Well, he did offer to show me what's on page 14.
14 of.
Oh, he's a
My
very good writer.
travel
best.
journals, my travel journals. Something
Mhm.
happened around page 14.
I will not entertain any more talk of your hobbies, son.
He does
Um,
write
He
very
is a
interesting
brilliant
books.
historian, though.
Oh.
You should be quite proud. He's done battle with the devils.
He is
He's
a.
saved many people, and all on a whim.
He is a historian when he has time for it.
And he's a hero all the time.
He's helped save my life, sir.
Matter of fact, I am very proper when I'm in the presence of fine nobles such as yourself, but I've been known to be reckless at times. Your son is like the good voice in my ear telling me to think again. He is. You should be very proud of him and everything that he's done.
Things would be better if he upheld our family lineage.
He is currently writing the history of Bahamut from his perspective. Considering recent events, it's going to be quite the thrilling novel, I believe.
According to certain records, Bahamut is dead, so not much will be written on this Bahamut, if I am correct.
With all
I
due
disagree. The
I
gods
mean,
may. Go ahead.
if he keeps doing what he's doing now, Bahamut may as well just stay dead. He's
um,
kind of complacent
Oh,
lately.
No shit.
I spit out my drink again. On
I was
Aislynn.
just look over like,
I just panic and look between Uron and Kazuko like, oh no, fight.
it's
I
only
will
my
give him like
third,
a.
it's only my third day.
I'll give him the fist and I'll nod at him.
But with all due respect, sir, if you truly love your son, then you should respect his decisions in life, whether he follows in your footsteps or not.
I love him, but I should be able to guide him in a better future. I will never disown him, of course not. That would be uncalled for, but
Wouldn't the better future be the one that he decides with his own heart?
he knows my answers.
Well, there is that old saying. Take another sip. Everyone fails on what they're supposed to be. People only succeed on what they're meant to be. Anyways, thank you for the wine. It's quite delicious, by the way.
Fates work in mysterious ways, and I think his duty is to be by our side to help us.
And Arthos is better suited for to follow in your footsteps.
Talking about Bahamut not doing his stuff.
And when you speak of Arthos, he kind of leans forward to you all as Arthos busy talking to Balin. Arthos has no character like you, son. You draw people to you. Arthos is bland, a man that is much like a book.
For Arthos Brown.
Which better person to uphold tradition than one that is embodying tradition, right?
I will not have my dinner spoil over arguments, but I am happy you're back. And that's that.
I apologize if I came off rude.
You're
Alright,
entitled to your words. I am no king. I cannot hush you away.
Hospitality dictates. I do apologize.
I appreciate your kind manners.
What kind of wine is this, if I may ask? It's really divine.
It's the wine that what do you call this, Mr. Adler? It's just ale. Nothing special about it. What he said.
I'll sniff it and take a sip.
Mm,
It
I
smells
pull it
rather
away from her.
strong, but if you take a sip, go ahead and roll dex checks against each.
You're gonna win.
I have a very bad dex. What are you talking about?
You roll first. Okay. I got it in my mouth.
So you're able to take like a good sip before it just gets taken away from you.
I sent a message to Aislynn. I think it tastes more divine because I've had so many of it, or so much of it.
I'll just smack my lips. It's so bitter.
Yeah, it's a very heavy taste to it. Think like wine from church or something.
Purse my lips like.
It's very dry.
I'll push it away from me. I'm sorry, but I don't like it.
Adler kind of wanting to.
The only reason I mentioned the
Jumping.
wine, because you did say it was fine wine.
Mhm.
Adler wanting to what?
He wants to conversate with you all. You guys speak of Bahamut so freely. Is this Bahamut a god that you all believe in?
I have my own god.
Yeah, I mean, I respect all gods. I know of Bahamut, but it's not the god I worship.
I worship Kai.
Who?
I mean, I've been told a Bahamut.
I'm getting tired of y'all talking like I'm not right here.
I didn't insult you. I just said I don't worship
It's,
you.
it's,
Same. I worship
Yeah,
Kai.
it's not an insult. Do I really know?
If there was more information on him, maybe we could.
I respect Bahamut, but I worship Kai. He will always be my god.
I'm a follower of Hecate.
We've not been raised particularly religious, but if anything, maybe history and fact.
I clutch my jewels my chest when I speak of him.
I would sit back down, just holding my sword, grumbling.
Your friend seems a bit disgruntled when you speak of Bahamut. Is there a reason behind it?
It's a
Bahamut's
sore
#1 fan.
subject. He's faced with the task of a god that he's not sure he can
Conflict of
accomplish.
interest.
Is that it? Speak to dead gods?
Kind of
Can I
like a
s-
sixth sense.
Can I swing at him?
No,
No.
no
How far
swinging
away
on the
away from
table.
me is like? How far away is he?
It's across the
Look,
table. So like
I-
10 feet, I guess?
I hold out my hand and I hold the Orb of Hecate behind me to kind of enhance it, and I create an image of Bahamut.
Put my
He is
hand on.
most certainly alive.
Put my hand on Kazuko's hand. Believing is better than knowing.
I'm really about to put my dragon fear down.
That do you want to roll by fear?
Adler,
Yes. Yes.
sorry, lost my train of thought right when I said it.
So, Adler, back to the conversation in the carriage. Wife and children?
No. Unfortunately, or actually fortunately, I'm a single man.
Oh, how about that lady, all done up and pretty? The welcoming committee?
Kind of looks to her, kind of scowling a bit.
Was he the one that stroked my head?
No, that was Bauman, Walter.
Okay, never mind.
Keep calling him Haas.
You speak of Ada. She works under me.
Ada
There's
Wong?
no relations there.
Mr. Bauman, do you have family?
But of course, but they're all back home.
Kids?
Sorry about those. I have 3 children, 2 loving daughters and a rebellious son.
I thought so. You seem like you'd be a good papa.
I do what I can, but mankind calls to me.
Do the peaks call to Amira's not here to get mad.
Hey.
Oh, you are.
You were saying?
Never mind.
That perception check was a little low.
Yeah.
So, Adler, while you've been working with Uran's father, have you noticed any strong fatigue while being in here?
You know, I've spent nights here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary.
You work later in the evenings, or do you guys try to wrap up before dinner?
It all depends. What we're trying to map out or find, of course.
I must confess, as a student of the arcane, I'm highly intrigued by what you're working on. And I do hope that we can go over notes sometime.
That would be up to Bauman, not me.
Well, I wasn't referring about your work down there. Surely you have an understanding of the arcane if you're working with it.
That goes with some of our personal notes, too. You may look
Fair
at the
enough.
records, seeing as they're all free on hand, but notes taken by the Brotherhood are notes for the Brotherhood.
I'd be happy to take a look at the records. That might be a little forward. My apologies. The ale, or fine wine as you guys call it, got to my head.
You're only getting comfortable. There's no reason to be apologetic.
And I look at Uran. No reason to be apologetic. And I grab another bottle.
I'm sure there are a couple of reasons to be apologetic for, but we'll agree to disagree. That's fine.
Change it up a little bit. You guys can continue.
So pretty lady, what's your name? I don't think we've been introduced. I'm talking to the lady that's all done up.
Why, hello there, Oren. My name is Ada. Ada Kraus.
Oh, so
Cross. Sorry. Cross.
which cog are you in this machinery?
I'm the one that is sadly under Adler, and he tells me what to do all the time. For the
Oh,
right reasons, of course.
okay, office romance. I'll write in my notebook.
I know what what it's like to work under men. I feel you there.
I promise you, there is nothing intriguing about Adler.
He seems interesting enough.
Seems like a nice man.
And he's single. What more could you ask for, right?
If you
Jesus.
all excuse me. She kind of gets up and you hear her heels slowly, like the sound of them clacking, begin to.
Are they really
definitely,
high?
Take a long
you know, like
look at her
heels on the
walking
floor.
away.
Like, I mean, like, are they like stiletto things?
Yeah.
Kinda? Be careful, those look dangerous. You don't want to twist an ankle.
I did see some decorative rocks outside. Be careful.
Those decorative rocks can be dangerous.
Let's see here. It begins to get late, a bit darker outside, and the rain begins to beat against the windows. Mr. Bauman and the other high-ranking officers stand up, give their farewells to you all, and begin making their exit. The only one that kind of stays behind is Adler himself.
As Bauman walks up. It was a pleasure having a conversation with you, Mr. Bauman.
It was a pleasure to meet you all, and congratulations on a safe return again, Mr. Urin.
I give him a nod.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. I give a little curtsy.
Well, enjoy your stay in Westerin. Stay out of trouble. The only time you'll see me again is if you get into trouble.
Ah! Wait, is
I'll
he
be
going to the
seeing
lounge?
you again then.
Are you going to
Oh.
the lounge?
to the lounge. I'm returning back to our forward operating base.
It's
Being a
just us
soldier
for
is
cigars.
being a soldier is a 24/7 job.
It is.
Well,
Oh.
good day to you all.
You as well.
He would take his leave in one of the vehicles. Ada along with him. Adler staying behind. He finds himself in the lounge, opens a box of cigars, and proceeds to indulge himself.
Assuming they have scotch in there, I might have to go join him. Rain, stay with Aaron.
Rain would agree.
So far they've been having stranger dreams.
No, nothing out of the ordinary, just more inspirations. Much like the painting you questioned before.
Sorry, pardon.
Did I see a painting of my mother, though?
Yes, you would.
Okay, okay.
Let's see. Go ahead.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought as well. So I say. So what's I heard that they found something in the catacombs, or was it the mines? Catacombs, right? Yeah.
Mines, catacombs are all very dark and dreary. They do find things here and there. Deal with the unruly undead and help power their mechanical mechanisms and whatnot.
Father, when was the last time you left the manor for an extended amount of time?
And I normally leave once every 3 weeks.
Do you stay away for longer than a night?
No, I have to return to tend to things here.
Father, we got plenty of people to help us. Surely you can, I don't know, go to the lake house. I'm assuming we have a lake house.
Sure. By all means, sir. I understand one mustn't work themselves to death, but the records, they must be kept safe. Your mother always did this, and now that she's gone, I just have more work on my shoulders.
What if you go for a couple days and my siblings and I can watch for a couple days?
No, that's out of the question. I know your heart's in a different place, and Arthos would just mix things up that I've already categorized and cataloged. And Ari, there's not much complaining about Ari. Give me a moment.
Oh. We're in the lounge right now, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay, there's a spell I want to try casting. By forbiddance.
What's the it?
Ritual spell to create a ward against magical travel. Protects 40,000 square feet. The height of 30 feet. You can protect it against the undead and stuff like that.
What if Adler is undead?
I'm trying to look more into it.
I was just thinking that as well about all of them that are pale.
Spell damages types of creatures that you choose when you cast it. When you choose one of the following: Celestials, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, and Undead. When the chosen creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts in there, the creature takes 5d10 radiant or necrotic damage, your choice, when you cast this spell. When you cast this spell, you can designate a password. A creature that speaks the password as it enters the area takes no damage from the spell.
I want to touch his hand. Or just touch him, just to see if he's, are undead people cold? I would assume, right? They have no body heat? Or they're not like vampires?
And it also prevents planar travel into the zone, so within 40,000 feet, which is like 7.5 miles square feet.
What if? No, we can't. This is not Wild Mount. I'm getting the two confused. God damn it.
He's a
I say,
ritual geist.
I was like, oh, maybe we can sleep in my magnificent. No, I don't have a magnificent mansion in.
We have my house.
You have a house?
Yeah, my house that I conjure twice a day.
Is it like a big house?
Well, it's just a house, and then when you go inside, it's however I imagine it to be. And it's got
Is
food and everything.
is it like in a pocket dimension though?
No, but nobody can get in unless I allow them.
Yeah, but magical influence this place has, will it come through?
Huh? Oh, that is a good question.
Like, you know, if someone were to scry on you, or someone was trying to hex you while you're sleeping, you know, some of that witchy shit.
That witchy shit. Never went over that, so I don't know.
I'm sleeping in this house tonight.
That's cool. We got plenty of rooms, you know. And
I know.
apparently we have a lake house too.
I'm gonna try to talk to Gregus tonight. No, it's not that. I'll look at this. Yes. Class twice every long rest. Yeah, whatever I deem the interior to be, it shall be. The servants are inside but invisible. The white gloves are the only thing you can see. Food and drink can be made through the ways of magic. You roll 1d6 and you enter call the correct number, you create a free potion superior heal.
Why don't you do this every night? We need potions.
Well, because I haven't needed to cast it. Or haven't been in a place to cast it. And I have to properly call the number.
Don't mind me, I'm just eating stuff.
I'll be right back real quick then. One stepped away.
Okay.
Oh, you're back now.
So, Adler,
Yes.
do you have any scotch in here, or is this just smoking?
I believe we can request scotch if you're so in need.
In need is this understatement, more of inclined.
Well, means that's why they have these fine people working for the Duvals.
Adler, do you cast magic of any kind?
No. Why?
Is this why you're interested in the work?
More interested in helping benefit mankind than myself.
And what do you see people doing with this? What's the grand goal of this all? You say help mankind, help them just with using magic?
Certain attacks, such as Vecna, where we're helpless, things will be different then. If a certain creature seems to arrive once again.
Are you worried about Vecna or other creatures?
Any creature that deems themselves to be a god.
Do you have the same homeland as I note that down, by the way, because of Kazuku. Are you from the same homeland as Bowman?
Yes.
Where is that? I have not heard of it.
Nor will you ever. It's not written down, nor does it have a defined place. Much like that of the barbaric tribes, we were a traveling group at first. People like Siegfried Sander have brought the Brotherhood together in order to survive. to help actual towns thrive and evolve.
Evolve?
Well,
Oh, you mean become more than they once were? Infrastructure, stuff like that.
probably much like the carriages you're used to seeing me use these vehicles. And that
Take
type
a sip
of
of scotch. Is it good scotch?
hits pretty hard. After a few sips, you might have to roll a con save.
I mean,
Could
Go ahead.
Could I grab it and smell it before she drink it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your vehicles are a nice step in the right direction.
Has a very kind of harsh smell. It's kind of, how would you describe? Just know that it's very strong for what you're smelling. Very strong liquor.
I would just put it back down and slide it back to her and just say, be careful with it.
I've been drinking since I was 6.
6?
Yes.
You're all very thorough, from what I've noticed.
We all look out for one another. It's what it takes to be, I guess you could call a family or a group.
Going to walk outside.
Very protective.
You don't care to join us?
Come, have a seat, Kazuko.
I'll pass.
You're
Have
gonna
a
deny
seat.
me a drink?
I insist.
Yes.
It's my house.
Pass.
After everything I've done for you, you can't come have a drink with me? Just one drink?
You've
No.
had more than one drink already.
But he's had no drinks, Aislynn. So that's... I hold up my hands. That many less than I. Do what you need to, Kazuko. Be close enough, though.
Yeah, close enough.
I'll look at the group and just
I kind of nod to
Hello.
Kyo.
and I'll kind of follow him out. I won't go all the way out with him, but
Okay. As you guys leave the room, bit of an antisocial type, isn't he?
He's been through a lot lately.
Oh,
And he's more sensitive than he lets on.
I'll follow Kazuko.
But you hope we can be good friends, right, Adler? And that would imply, like, if I can trust him type of, like.
I'm sure we can be friends. I was a bit curious on why he was trying to undress himself before the base command.
He finds clothing stifling. I don't know if that's the right word. It's
He grew up in a place that was very warm, an island. They don't wear tops there. The women do, but the men generally don't.
This island have a name?
Yeah, it does. But much like other things I probably shouldn't have said tonight, it's not really my business.
Here, have another drink.
Thank you. I take another drink. You're being a lot more supportive than you usually are. There's my little Uron.
Are you two dating?
No.
I choke on my cigar.
He's far too much of a man for me to handle.
I don't think we've got time for that, to be honest.
There's always time for people when you make time for them. That's the way a group works.
I pour her another drink.
Do I need to make another con save? This has got to be my third drink.
Well,
Yep.
you're feeling it pretty hard.
But, I mean, at least I travel with him. He is quite the helpful person, aren't you, Kefka? And I take another drink.
I oblige her.
Is this some sort of pet name?
I think she may be starting to get to her limits. Right, Arya?
I'll have you know that I once drowned underwater while I breathe underwater. Fathom that. No, but back to the subject at hand. How long has your base, wait, unit been here again?
5 years.
Well, 5 years of research. That's impressive.
That does account for something.
There's nothing wrong with learning.
Adler, what are your personal goals? You must desire for something other than what your organization stands for.
Desire. Asmodeus. Worries?
You speak of the devil.
Um, I guess so. I've seen him a couple times. Charming fella.
You've all seen the Lord of Lies.
Some of
In
us have seen more of him than they care to. I point to my head and point back at Adler. You know what I mean?
for another drink.
I've noticed when I pulled your chair, you have a very estranged marking upon your neck. Care to
I do?
explain? There's marking a sacrifice.
Oh.
And none of us have noticed it before.
Well, I mean, some people desire me more than I desire them. Worry not about it. I travel with people that check on me regularly. Just kidding.
Do I know what it is though, or is it just?
Oh, Aaron, and I poke him in the nose. I told you about this.
You
You
do know
did?
that it glowed when Anenra took her and, like, was conjuring some sort of spell.
Through her, right?
Mm-hmm. As she explained, yeah.
Yeah, okay, then I should know. It's
And then I take a drink out of my salt water.
I would say it clears up a little bit of the kind of heaviness from being drunk right now.
Here, chase it with this.
I look at him. Would you like me to?
Your choice.
Doesn't seem like much of a choice, and I drink it.
Um, all right, Adler. I think it's time for us to retire for the evening. I'll
I
see
have
you around.
many more questions for Adler. Like, for instance, what is your fighting style? Are you more of a dual wielder? Do you use some bow or mechanical apparatus that shoots, what do they call them here, bullet? Are you proficient in various different combats?
Just head of security, that's all. Aislynn, you get a message. Help!
Well, it has been a pleasure to talk to you, Adler. I look forward to having more conversations with you. One without someone feeding me drinks, but it is time I go.
Well, enjoy your stay within the manor.
I'll
Oh
see you
yeah,
around.
forgot I was doing that.
I will bring her up to her quarters or chambers.
Hold on. While we have time, is there
Hmm.
anyone around?
A few servants here and there.
I'll make my way to that painting.
Okay.
Once I get to a certain distance, I peer behind the painting itself.
You look behind it on the wall and on the back of the painting, and nothing out of the ordinary.
No name, no nothing.
Nope.
Aron,
Hmm.
this lady concerns me a lot.
I think we share the same sentiments about this. It's
If I had a guess that we'll be seeing her soon enough.
well, let's not hope that happens. Hopefully, it's just like my father said, a dream. Wet
Dreams
dream
reveal.
at best.
Yes, but a dream of someone that he's never met before, able to paint this well, is showing him his desire and his loneliness. I'm just saying we should keep an eye out for your father, because I feel this is more than what I think you agree what was led on.
I agree.
Now carry me to my room, Aron.
I mean, I can't carry you,
I
but
jump
I will
into his
assist
arms.
you. Ooh, I have +1 strength, I think.
I'm not heavy.
Yeah, but I'm not strong.
Fine.
Amongst her person and her gear, she's a little bit heavy.
I get down and pick him up, walk up the stairs. Lead the way.
I
I'm
don't know where
back.
your chambers are. I'm assuming it's this way, right? Sebastian? I don't know.
You do lead her into your chambers, and
No. Where's your chambers so I can drop you off?
Oh, no, I'd rather. I'm not inebriated like
Relax.
you are.
Relax. I will not be more than 10 feet away from you.
Now let's go to your chambers and
Aron, Duval, if you tell me to go to my chambers again, I'm going to hit you in the face.
okay, I'm assuming I know the ways of this manor, so I will go a roundabout way to make it seem like I'm going to my chambers, but I going to hers.
it goes on for a while where you walk around in circles, kind of passing the same doors and hallways.
You must think I'm really stupid.
Just, scenic route.
Alright, just point me to a door so I can go in it, and then you can leave, and then I'll come find your room later.
Fair enough. I point to her door.
Oh.
Okay.
Very good. I open the door, walk in, wait 5 minutes, walk out.
I assume you went to your room at that time.
Very stealthily.
Okay, go roll stealth and Arya roll perception.
I don't need to. I know exactly where he's at. Chirp, 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 chirp.
The boy. So you begin making your way to your room, your chambers. You go inside. I assume you lock the door.
Yeah.
Got my bedroll outside of his door.
After about 6 or 7 minutes, you would hear footfall outside your door, and it gets quiet after a bit.
I look through the the keyhole, I guess.
You would see nobody there. I assume she's laying down, so like if you look through
Mhm.
the little hole, you can't see her.
I guess I would assume it was just a servant passing by. And I will go to sleep.
As I'm sipping my sake going to sleep, I'll make a minor image again. Just stare at it until I fall asleep. Ooh, before I go to sleep, Gary, because drunk time's the best time to do this, I reach out to Osmodeus.
Years ago.
Are you there?
Wait, who?
No, I'm just talking to Garrick.
What do you say to Mr. Asmodeus to try to summon him?
I hold up my orb of Hecate. Asmodeus. Thank you for your assistance in the underworld. It appears you kept your end of the deal. I need to know how long I have to complete mine, as we are ascertained at the moment.
No response. Silence.
Then I make the thing at Kefka appear, because that would probably draw it out. And then I fall asleep.
Okay. For Kazuko and the rest, what are you guys doing?
I would have just went outside.
Kyo would probably wait. Yeah, Kyo would probably wait until.
Okay.
I would have just
Kazuko,
walked outside and jumped up to like a higher place.
you're just gonna scale the manor.
I wouldn't scale it. I would just vertical jump it.
Alright. We'll say
Yeah.
you get onto a balcony of some sort.
If you need me to, I will roll athletics.
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay. I would just sit down. I mean, right there and meditate. Trying to polymerize Jetsu sword.
Okay. We'll have to approach it. Let's see. When you try to get closer to the sword, there's not a ever looming thing of darkness, but that of a lot of bloodshed. The blood of your people that have suffered the fate of this blade. Even the likes of Hydrogen and Inryu that were once sealed by this magical sword. It does not speak, nor does it wish to communicate, but only act as a tool to save this realm.
And I'm seeing this in my mind, right?
Mm-hmm. It's raining pretty hard on you right now.
Outside, like physically or mentally.
It's raining outside and you're outside. On
Oh
the
my goodness. Are there like any trees around?
There's a few here and there, yeah.
I would just meditate under a tree.
Summon my spirit. I followed him, so I'd summon my spiritual weapon to cover him if possible.
Oh, the fan?
Mm-hmm. This is big, right?
I'd assume it's like kind of large, but you can make it larger, I assume. The spirit weapon.
Yeah, so make it a large fan to shield him from the rain.
Okay. Seems like he's spending the night there. Is there anything Kyo and Aislynn are doing?
Yeah, I like mentally when I see that like the sword does seems like it's just straight about business. I would just sit in my mind as well, just trying to like accustom myself to the feeling.
Okay.
Oh, never mind then. If you're spending the night there. I want to try to talk to Gregus.
Okay. You're able to summon him forth. See him just intently looking at Kazuko meditating under that tree.
Hi, Gregus. I was wondering if you could tell me about that relic in me.
That relic is very dangerous, and you must be careful.
How so?
For exposure could harm you and those that are close to you.
You mean if I take it out of me?
See him nod. I was attempting to destroy it, so that no one could have this relic. But since I perished and was absorbed into you, I have failed my mission in life.
I'm sorry.
I saw everything was not your choice.
So, I should just keep it inside me then. Keep it safe and not use it.
The choice is yours.
What does it do?
Oh,
Oh,
getting some feedback.
smoky. Okay. I think it's no.
Good.
Let's turn you down for a second, Smoky. What does it do?
This relic, very dark. This relic is something Gago seeks.
Oh, joy. Is there a way for me to destroy it?
All options require for you to die. That is not the path you wish.
So if I die, it breaks.
See him nod his head.
I see. Well, another reason I have to stay alive. Well, I mean, no. That certainly is troubling. I guess my best option is to keep it a secret. As far as I know, only me and him know.
It'd be best. For if Gargos or Aegis were to find out, your fate will be much like your father's.
In what way?
I believe you saw his state.
I did. Is that because his relics were taken away? The hand in the eye I'm referring to.
I speak of the King of Ranshro.
Oh. Oh, Daddy?
Aegis has made him a servant. I do not wish to see you become the same.
I understand. Thank you for telling me.
See him nod to you and you would fade.
I'd give him a hug before he fades.
Okay. Good enough, good enough. Is there anything else you guys wish to do?
I'll wait till the morning, so. Oh, actually, before I'd head back to my room, but before I go to bed, I will ritual cast. Is it? Oh my god, where? Sorry, pardon. Forbiddance. That's 7.5 square miles. And I would claim or call undead. So they can't come in. They can't play in their shift. Anyone that starts within there takes 5d radiant damage.
Okay.
And the password would be Papa is the best.
Oh no.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Very good, very good. So I see Kyo's resting in the same chambers as well.
Kill? Oh, I have to turn him up.
He is
Kyo?
muted.
Kill.
We'll
Kyo.
assume he's with you.
Yeah.
And then Kyo spend the night out there.
Sorry, if I can, I want to spend the time to write notes that I sent you. If I don't
Okay.
have time, that's okay.
I would say you have time before it gets too late.
Okay. Would I have time after writing them to slide them under the respected doors or no?
Yeah, you can. It's just one of the doors has Arya sleeping in front of, well, not in front of the door, but on the side when you approach it.
Shit. I would just put it on the floor in front of her.
Okay.
I have excellent ability to know when
Yeah,
I'm being fucked with.
My
Roll
stealth
con.
is shit. So if you want me to roll stealth, I'll roll stealth because my stealth is shit.
You're not
Yeah,
being fucked
roll-
with though.
Roll with disadvantage, and then Arya can roll con save with advantage.
I'd have disadvantage. I'm drinking.
Yeah. Wrong
You ready? Well, the disadvantage game goes. You ready? Ready, Kyo?
Disadvantage, I gotta roll twice.
Oh.
Oh no, papi.
Oh, you won.
So you do not wake, but
Yeah, I had to call. I should have called like my divination dice before I went to bed. I could have made that something special.
Akio
Alright.
places a letter before you. You're sound asleep though.
Just muttering.
Just we'll go back to bed.
Why didn't you hop into bed? Hmm?
Busy.
Well, we'll say you deliver those letters and make your way to be at Aislyn's side, protect her through the night. That being said,
How many drinks did Yoshi feed me?
I counted
not
them.
enough.
I counted them.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Just so
Well,
I won't do the
you could-
next three.
Yeah, you could say those were the 3 before I added the thing.
Okay.
Oh, you've had 9.
I've had 9? Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, well, you're at 9 right now, so it works out.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't get buzzed until like the 6th string.
Where's my note, Kill?
When you go to find rest, it's dark, calm. It all sets in after a moment of laying against this tree. The sound of rain pounding against you gets quieter and quieter before silence. You begin to drift in your dreams, dreaming of the old times where you were a kid, growing up as a Tolkien and enjoying the finer things in life, making friends, showing feats of strength. Life was all too good. Then the darkness settles. Find yourself in a darkened cave, looking about. You hear nothing but machines and mechanical noises clanging about. It's hard to focus. Needs to roll a wisdom save. You yell at these mechanical sounds, "Shut up!" And it's silent. You listen closely as everything has gone dim. You hear weeping in the distance of the cavern. You move frantically and you stumble forward. The voice, it sounds familiar. That of a relative, perhaps? Her soothing voice echoes through these caverns, calling out to you. Your... Let me see this. I wrote that all wrong. But that part's good. Her voice seems to be in distress before it begins to fall into laughter. As you press forward through these dark caverns, you stop. And in the distance, a machine hooked up to a small coffin or Iron Maiden is seen in the distance. The laughter grows louder and louder to a point where it causes harm. The laughter getting louder and louder. The cave begins to move, the Iron Maiden getting closer and closer to you. Crushing all of reality, you are brought to a sense of fear as this coffin approaches you. The noises and the howling stop. The coffin stands before you, dripping radiant blood. You hear that small, shrill voice call out to you. Brother.
Does this voice sound familiar?
Perhaps?
Like, is it Celty familiar or Noi familiar?
If you believe it to be Celti, it may be.
It's a radiant blood, and Celty was a daughter of Bahamut, so I would think it's Celty.
Okay. You pry open the coffin with your strength, revealing a woman being drained of her godlike energy. His face is familiar to you, but its disfigured form is something that keeps your mind from accepting who it is. You hear a voice behind you. Brother. And look to the source, and nothing. Then suddenly hands begin to creep upon your face, clouding your vision, bringing you into darkness. As that goes on, I would like to go to Arya. As you're sleeping, you find yourself in a very fine chair in a darkened room, lit by one candle. It doesn't light much, but it's eerie nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bright red door in this chamber. That one single candle then burns out, and a fireplace is created, creating more light. You hear footsteps behind the crimson door, shoes that seem to be worn by someone with finer taste. You see the doorknob twist and turn as it opens, and you see Asmodeus himself. He looks to you and closes the door, his vision fixated upon you, not turning his back upon you. A chair begins to come from the darkened void and slides in front of yours. He makes his way to the chair and sits down. I believe you summoned me.
Oh, yes, you kept your end of the deal.
For the most part, yes.
What do you mean, the most part?
I mean, I wasn't intending on keeping my end of the bargain, but it just so happened to happen that way. Huzzah. So, what is the real reason why you called out to me? Just to thank me?
No. We had a deal that I would deal with Gargos.
Correct.
You did not put a time frame on it.
I'm not sure you're fitted for a timeline. You're actually quite busy. Unless
Let me
you
know.
want me
That
to set
actually-
a timeline for you.
No, that works. It will be done. I plan to take that man's head.
I hope so. It'd bring me such great joy if you did. Also, I've been hearing words from another member of your party.
Who?
Someone that wishes to enlighten me with a deal.
Who would be dumb enough to, besides me?
I'm a man of secrets. I'm sorry. I can't spill these beans.
Refuse any deal on my behalf.
Not refuse, but perhaps maybe make things lighter for you.
No deal is worth what you're giving them. Everyone
Very
that
true.
makes a deal with you ends up going to at the end.
It has come to my conclusion that you're just that important to this person. Unless you don't believe it to see it. I mean, it is quite hard through all the troubles you've been to bat a naked eye at it.
I am extremely infuriated by any notion that someone would make a deal for me.
And what for?
Because I made a deal, not for me. For someone to do that after I've already gave up so much. What do you think, I wanted to live with that guilt?
I'm sure things will work out. And in the end, that a deal's a deal, isn't it?
I'm going to beat the living shit out of my group. Well,
Nothing was made of reason. Please don't worry, yo.
Asmodeus, if you make a deal with one of my allies, I swear to you, by the end of my days, I will cut your head from your fucking shoulders.
That is a very cute threat. You've read my book, haven't you? You do
I-
realize what happens to me if I die.
It's just kind of infuriating, you know what I mean? Like, she knows she can't do anything.
Strange how history repeats itself, isn't it?
So you just came here to torment me then?
No, I came because you summoned me. I mean, I'm here to aid you in whatever questions you have for me.
Why did you let Enryu just walk amongst your land so easily? I didn't take you for much of a bitch.
You fail to realize that stunt that your little Aislynn's father did. He actually brought me something worse than a devil in hell. That Onigumo figure is a perfect ruler there. No reason to correct anything. I'm sure you know I could have stopped any of these shenanigans at will. Are you okay? You're a bit speechless. Beginning to wonder if you've lost your tongue.
I am beyond measure infuriated by you.
I mean, I'm glad I'm doing my job.
You do it well, I can assure you. So, have you taken a trip to my homeland yet?
Currently, no. I wish to wait for things to settle. Crimson Eyes are about causing trouble and whatnot.
Hmm. The devil isn't scared of a little old Drex, is he?
True, but if I act out, I already have forces ready for one evil. What's to say they come for another? And if I die there, I mean, it's not as terrible as what happens here.
And so you haven't seen him then?
I have my eyes on him. A rather lonesome creature he is. Did you know nobody could find him, even if they try?
And how did you find him?
Darling, I own you. Give me some credit, at least.
Do you know how old he is?
How old he is?
Yes,
He's at the ripe young age of where he can thrust a knife into innocence.
innocence.
Well, he did get in a tussle with some adventurers, I'm sure you saw. It's a rather lost creature.
You know what? I just realized something. And I make a minor image of that painting up here. Have you ever seen this person? Heard of this person? Aware of this person? You're
I
under
may
no
have.
obligation to tell me, but I am curious. I mean, you already own me.
If you wish to know this person, simply wake up and travel to the end of the foyer. There's something that belongs to her. In the desk of Mr. Arias, the second drawer to the right is a hidden compartment. Help yourself, if you wish to know.
Still no chance you're gonna tell me who I'm gonna beat the living shit out of that dared to interfere with my business with you?
Darling, the game is all too excellent to watch. I like to see your expressions when they arrive.
I move closer to him.
Now, don't tempt me. You know this is all new to you. Something
I
you've
would.
never experienced before.
You think that I would waste my virginity on you? And I grab him by the throat. I merely am sending a message to you that I can either be good for you, or I can be the absolute worst for you. Stay away from my friends.
It's not your decision to decide, Arya.
Have it your way, Asmodeus.
When
But
you
I am a skilled warrior that can aid you supremely. I don't care how much pain I go through. There is nothing you could do to me that would be as fitting as me aiding you.
just kind
Stay
of
away from my
smiles,
allies.
you crush his throat and he would just poof into a plume of smoke. When he
I
poofs,
assume I wake up.
exactly. You wake up. At the end of the foyer, you would see a light. Seems like someone's in that room. You would hear conversations.
In Euron's room?
No, and downward, like down the hall more, in the chamber that Adam was describing to you.
Alright, before I do anything stupid, I wake Yoshi up. Or on him.
Okay. You could hear a knock on your chamber door. It was Arya, nevermore.
Aron, come along quick.
Is it daytime? Is
I
it?
have no idea.
No, it's still night. It's either late.
Hurry up.
I'm all groggy. I go to the door. What is it, Arya?
I grab him and move down the hallway. Our
Okay.
answers are in the second drawer to the right.
What are you talking about?
The woman in the painting. Your father's been misleading us. Second drawer to the right. Remember that.
Okay.
Alright, there's people conversating in your father's room. Now, we can wait until they fall asleep and try to sneak in, or you can wait until they leave and just go in. But I am not as stealthy as you are.
You'd
If
start
you're
to hear
looking
slamming on the other side of the door, just and like distinct yelling. It'd be that of a woman and a man that are yelling on the other side of the door.
Do you recognize
Voices
that
that are
voice?
familiar to me?
Mm-hmm. It would be that of your father and your mother. Seems they're having an argument.
What?
Huh?
Your father would say, I told you, he is not allowed to write any of this. He is part of us, the family of Duval. You'd hear your mother's voice. You have to learn to accept him. I will leave whether I have your blessing or not to go find him. And it would kind of go on after a bit.
Oh,
Does the
wait.
hallway look the same as when we first came here?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's out of place, no dust, no.
No dust. I mean, it looks like someone's just talking in that chamber and like yelling.
No, I'm referring to the surroundings because I'm curious if we're still asleep.
Is there a keyhole on this door?
There is.
Okay,
But
I will cast an... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would say you guys feel like you're awake.
Okay. I
I
cast
would-
Fortune's Favor on him.
Okay.
Okay, I will cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. When you cast these spells, I know
Well, actually,
Arya.
I will cast it at level 3, so Arya and I are both invisible.
Okay.
So she could, yeah.
When you cast these spells, I know Arya for certain would feel maybe something would disturb her, but no, it acts just as normal as it would in the reality you're all accustomed to.
And when we're invisible, I will peek into the keyhole.
When you peek into the keyhole, you would see your father and mother arguing, arguing about what you should be in the future. That the smut you write is not worthy of the Duval name.
My my mother's dead.
Um, your mother would be defending you at all costs.
I
But
send a
she-
message to Yoshi. Just respond in here, in my head. Don't use your words.
I would say the same thing. Like my mother's dead. This might be an illusion
Do you want to go in?
or a memory.
Do you want me to kick in the door?
No, that's
Okay.
this
Just
is
checking.
this hand carved wood. We don't want to break anything, you know. Uh,
Your mother really cared about you.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna mentally send Arya a message to just stay stealthy and like close to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and I will grab the doorknob and try to turn it slowly.
When you grab the doorknob and begin to turn it slowly, you hear a gunshot on the other side.
I kick in the door.
You kick open the door, and the light that was created within the room fades. Roll perception.
You have Fortune's Favor. Remember that. But you have to, if you use it, you have to take the next die. Oh, I rolled with disadvantage because I'm drunk, right?
No, you're good. I would
29.
say you
Oh.
got some.
All right.
29.
I'll reroll. I'll reroll. If it's 13, I could roll a 20 and do really well. I'm just gonna take my 13.
Okay.
On my divination die, so that it's
So the
not as
light
much.
turning
not
into
as
dark kind of disorients your vision for a bit. Urin, you swear when that light was going off, those figures that faded, you look to the corner and you would see that woman that was in the painting fade into the corner.
Is
Is her
there
father?
like is there something in the corner like an artifact or whatever, like an object?
Do you move closer? It's very dark now. Oh, you have dark vision.
I do, yeah.
I would say the corner is bare. When the person went inside that corner, it left like a blotch of like black kind of ichor, but then disappeared.
Oh, I sent him a message. Second drawer to the right. Father's desk.
Is my father here?
The room is empty. It's as if no one was in here.
Second drawer to the left.
I thought it was
You'll
to the
need to.
right.
To the right. Sorry, I'm nervous. Been a long night. The devil visited me. Use your lockpick. It's locked, I believe. You said it was locked, right?
I didn't say anything about if it was locked. Just a hidden compartment.
I will try to search for this as stealthily as I'm able to. I'm assuming quite stealthy because I'm invisible still,
Oh,
right?
We'll say you go to the drawer. Just use your thieves' tool to.
no need. I walk up if he guides me and casts knock and unlock it.
Okay. You would see Arya walk up to that drawer that you reveal, and she just something unlocks inside. Seems like there's a false bottom to this drawer.
I pull out both my swords, Gary.
Okay. You see Arya
And
unsheath her blades.
I make the fire appear on Hekate so I can see.
Okay. Creates a dim light for 10 feet.
I guess I will reach into this false bottom and try to take out whatever is in there.
Very dark inside, which is strange with your dark vision. You reach inside and it seems like it's endless for a moment, and you feel something metal. A metal handle of some sort.
I grab it
I
and
have
pull
mage
it or
hand.
You grab
turn it. I mean, if you want to use it, use it.
Yeah, I'll use mage hand.
Okay. Soren directs you with the mage hand.
Here, hold my sword.
I'll hold it.
And the mage hand slowly begins to unveil this very elaborate type blade. Its size is that of a short sword.
Do we have a bag of holding?
I'm kind of bare. You pulled me from my chambers.
Fine. I take my top off and make it turn into a bag.
You try to encase the item in your clothing.
Did I sense anything from it though, like something evil or malevolent or just magical?
I would say when you placed the hand on it, you felt whispers and the wind began to blow inside, which is a bit awkward. A chilling feeling down your spine would be felt when grabbing this weapon.
I take it out of his hand and put it in my blouse or my
Okay.
top.
When you try to cover it, it now feels weightless. And then you see the item back on the desk.
Christ. Alright. I take my sword back, summon my top back to my chest. Don't worry, I had a plan if they saw me naked. Involved
Um,
page 14.
I'll just grab the sword. It seems like we need to have it in hand, otherwise he'll return to.
Yeah, just trying not to let people see it is was my concern.
I mean,
Do you want me to cast Identify right now?
not in here. What if my father walks in?
That's why I asked before I did it. I've been drinking all day, mister.
I will grab the sword and I will cast invisibility once again on ourselves at level 3.
Guys are invisible.
Okay,
Anything
let's
else
go
in
to.
this room?
Lots of paperwork everywhere. It seems rather chaotic in here.
I'm going to quickly glance, like rummage through the paper to see if I spot anything of interest.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna peer a little closer to that corner where Lady Painting went to.
Oh, where the lady went in the corner.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. As you guys are doing that, you begin hearing footfall from the down the hall.
Shit. Prestidigitation, will that fix this? No, mending. I don't have mending. Alright, you go back to your room. I will go uninvisible, and act like I was the one that kicked the door.
Um. Mm,
If you want, or we can just retreat to your room. Your choice.
I would say
Make
as
it
you
quick.
approach the corner, nothing happened though. Just to clarify on that.
just I it's my house. I will tell them I barged in here because I heard something. Go to my room.
Alright. I take the blade with me, assume.
Uh,
You take it from?
yeah, I'll give it to her so she can head back to my room.
Okay. She takes the blade and begins to walk out. And you saw her take it, but now it appears in your hand.
Hit.
Arya, you look in your hand frustrated, like, what the fuck?
Huron, I don't like this.
Go to my
Let's just
room.
Rain, stay with him.
Arya being invisible, you would see Adler coming down the hall to check things out.
I keep an eye.
Before he came into view, I would have dropped invisibility on myself.
Okay. I'll see you like turn the light on to you, so you're rummaging in the dark.
Yeah.
Arya's keeping a close eye. Adler approaches the room.
Oh wait, I'd have to be further away if he dropped invisibility.
I can just drop it on myself.
Yeah, you can drop concentration.
Okay. Okay.
I see there was a lot of commotion earlier. Is everything alright? He's kind of looking at the door hinge.
I was passing by and I heard conversations from the room and a gunshot. So I opted to break through the door to see what was happening, and there was nothing.
I noticed you didn't have much to drink. Maybe you're just tired. Sometimes your mind plays tricks on you.
I'm gonna. Has this happened? Do you hear things like this, like normally? I would ask him.
Things like what?
Voices in rooms where people are not in.
Voices.
Yeah, I heard my father's voice and my mother's, and then a gunshot.
Your father's been asleep for quite some time, and your mother, we've already discussed that. I was told that you were a bit different from the rest of the Duval family. I didn't know you had a sixth sense.
So you've seen this or heard this happen before?
No, I have not.
Okay, I guess this is better suited for discussion in the morning when everyone's awake.
Yeah, perhaps return to your chambers, rest your weary head. Seems your mind is a bit out of it.
I want to insight him to see if he knows more than he's letting on.
Okay. I'm going to deceive you. Or try to.
Since I'm close by, can I also insight that?
You sure can. So you do 2 separate rolls or have advantage?
Did you roll with advantage last time? So you still have Fortune's favor, by the way, if you don't like your insight.
4, 5, 6. I will take my 20.
Okay. See what Mr. Adler gets. 22. Because they're so close, it does seem like he's holding something. It's a bit strange that he's actually making you seem like you're out of your mind, if anything. Like he's trying to pin you as the crazy one.
I sent a message to Yoshi. Or to Uran. He's full of shit.
Yeah, Arya would notice that he's kind of
I
letting on.
see. Maybe I am weary from. We did come a long way. I guess I'll retire to my chambers.
Very well. Enjoy your rest of your night.
Good
Oh.
night, Adler.
Good night, Mr. Uran. And he kind of stays at the office and begins looking at things.
Did you see the short sword in my hand?
I would assume you hit it. So I was giving you like
yeah, I was probably like in my
like
my
behind your
5%.
back or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So I
So
will
you-
definitely turn it towards the front, so when I'm walking away, he doesn't see it.
Okay, roll sleight of hand, and I'll try it. I'll roll perception.
I'll have my bird fucking fuck with Alder.
28.
Okay, I'll roll at disadvantage as this bird is messing with him. Perception. Okay.
Hope it's not perceptive.
It's about the same as his other one.
Whew.
So yeah, even with disadvantage, see if I roll worse. Yeah. So yeah, naturally, this bird messes with him and like actually scratches the side of his face, and you would hear him kind of yell in pain as that bird scratches him. Oren,
I look back. I was like, "You okay?" As I'm still walking away.
you see him hold his face as he looks at the bird, and you see his eye change, like a vermilion type color, and begins to disorient the bird to a point where it looks ghastly. And it leaves it kind of like he turns it inside out and it falls flat onto the floor. You see his eye begin to bleed as he pulls a handkerchief out and begins wiping his eye.
Adler, are you okay? I'm still slowly walking away.
This thing looks awfully familiar.
Bird?
Pay me no mind, Mr. Oren. Go to your chambers. Find work.
Alright. We'll head straight to my chambers.
Okay.
I'm assuming
holding my
Arya's
sword
in
like
there.
that motherfucker. I'd go in right before he does.
Okay. Adler seems to stay in that room for most of the night. But we'll give you guys your moment here. What do you guys
I summon Rain again.
You summon
Huh.
Rain and he's like disgusting.
I can fix him. It doesn't revert back to normal?
Mm-mm. He's disfigured.
He's
Fucking kill him.
done some. I mean, you should have just left it. I had it. I will, without getting or putting the sword down, I will cast Identify on it.
If the lights are on and you cast Identify, they would automatically go off. the windows would open in your chambers as a wind begins to blow. When you cast Identify, it gives you actually a vision. I'll give you guys some description on this item. It is a dark and mysterious blade. An ominous feeling can be felt when holding onto the hilt of this weapon. Woe to those who do not heed the call. This kind of vision brought to you, Urin, this legendary weapon, you would see it being crafted into the finest metals gathered from the Fey and Umbral plains. Its forge master, Gurin Jordenheim, has claimed this blade in particular a weapon for the cunning. Those who choose more particular ways of executing any foes without such mindless struggles. Keep it down. Records show none who wielded this weapon before, like nobody has wielded this weapon before, or it doesn't really show if anyone has wielded this weapon before. The only thing that would be seen as a small note is attached to this weapon when given to a storekeeper within Westerun. You would see the storekeeper open this note and it would say, "I have no use for such a weapon. I leave it to the world to decide whether those who wield it choose to be good or bad. I have no care in the world." And be signed a shadow.
That's what it's signed as, a shadow.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It would seem this weapon looks as if it belonged to royalty. An insignia on the blade is etched into it. It shows some sort of semblance to a petal. Not sure what, but it has maybe some sort of meaning to another. There is a switch on the hilt, but when you press it, nothing happens. When you have it, you have a sense of revenge when holding it. You would hear whispers in the wind. Be careful. Be careful, it does not consume you.
Ron, what is that blade doing?
I look around to where the source of the voice may be coming from, or is it just in my head?
Perception.
Me too, or just him?
It would be him, but you would see him looking around, so you can roll up too.
Fits.
Damn, your rolls are so bad tonight.
Or you would notice a cloaked woman looking like through your wall mirror at you as you study this blade.
Is a woman familiar?
It was the one that vanished into your dad's study.
I will try to address her and ask her, "Who are you?"
She doesn't speak. She lingers there for a moment. She watches you carefully as you inspect this item, and Arya looking around frantically. And she fades.
Arya, this sword seems to have some a very extensive history.
Well, I can tell you it's cursed. Just off the way it won't leave your hand.
I mean, I'm sure it can. I'll put it down.
Yeah, you leave it down.
I pick
Told
it
you.
up
You pick it up.
and I walk away with it.
The moment you stand up, it's still on the floor.
So maybe it doesn't leave your side, but it belongs to you now.
I mean, technically you were the first one to wield it, so there may have been some special conditions, right?
Yeah, perhaps it was designed for you. It does
Like,
look like a rogue's weapon. Does it look
now,
sinister?
Mm, I mean, so I've described it's a bit of a short sword size. It's light, versatile. I would
It's
also
not
add.
meant for people like me, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
You'll also what?
I would also say that the blade, like the actual metal portion, the stabby part,
Yeah.
it would hums in a way that the blade kind of vibrates when swung.
Can't be
uh,
the Vorpal sword.
I will cast also detect thoughts on the sword to see if if it has thoughts or if it's sentient in some way.
When you cast detect thoughts, feelings of revenge and murder, you would see just a room with that woman holding that particular blade. This room filled with blood covered walls.
So, what did that tell you? You cast Identify and you cast Detect Thoughts. Not
It's definitely quite sinister, but I don't know if you saw, but there was a lady in the mirror, and I believe she told me not to be consumed by it.
okay. So, back to my statement, it's cursed. Caveat when you just said, I looked to see what you were looking at, and I did not see her. I'm assuming she's the woman in the painting?
It it was a striking resemblance. Yes, I'm assuming it was her.
Alright, so let me tell you what happened. The only person I really talked to about this is Kyo. But I'm going to tell you the first part, so I can tell you the second part on why we were there. Okay?
Hmm.
I made a deal with the devil.
I'm gonna look very exasperated, and I'm gonna roll my eyes. I was like, why am I not surprised?
To save Fenron.
He's safely resting.
Yes, I got him out of Asmodeus with that. And I am not allowed to go home. That being said, we also made another deal with him. Not like a deal for souls, but he helped us in the underworld. I think you may have noticed. As ever reluctantly as he did. Therefore, I agreed to help kill Gargos. Which I was planning to do anyways. That being said, he never put a time frame on. While I was dreaming, while I was sleeping, I had a dream, and he entered my mind through it. He told me someone is trying to make a deal on my behalf. He told me that if I wanted answers to the woman in the painting, that I should go to your father's room. Being that this isn't my home, I decided to wake you. This is why I knew about where it was.
I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder. It's like, Arya, as much as I appreciate all that you've done for me and this group, you can't keep giving a part of yourself for everyone every time.
Another friend has told me this. I don't begin to have. Uh, I don't know if you'll ever understand the guilt I have. I'm trying to repay a ledger that has no balance that I can afford.
Well,
I just didn't.
if there's no balance, what's the sense of paying it back?
I came here to be a better person. I was hoping that my deeds would get me home. And then something occurred to me that some people still have hope and a life to live. And I know Aislynn couldn't live without her father. Or she would not stop until we went to Asmodeus and faced him for it, or made some other decision. She has a clean slate. That is why I made the decision. I know it was foolish. And I make the minor image of Kefka up here. I know what I did was extremely foolish. I know. But this is how I came across the information. And it concerns me because the devil knew where this was at. The devil knew that we would find out about her. My soul link spell was cast. I feel like it was cast on your father.
My that probably is true. But I feel this would be a discussion better suited with
The
all
whole
of
group.
our friends.
May I ask you not to tell anyone what I did?
I can't guarantee that I'm a tattletale. I'm just
I don't-
kidding. I can keep a secret.
Someone's already making deals with the devil on my behalf, unaware that the guilt would be too much. I don't know how to approach them to ask them not to do anything. I know it's selfish of me to ask them not to do anything. I did this to save them. What right do I have to ask them not to try to save me? But if they get taken to Asmodeus, that is guilt I get to live with forever.
This is really what you want for yourself. I mean, in your search for redemption, you're also destroying yourself that you're trying to redeem. It doesn't make sense.
There's no saving me.
There's
The deal I made, there's no saving me, but what I am is a very clever mage, and I plan not to leave my son to himself.
clever, but very reckless.
Yes, and I will clone myself, and I will send that one home. This life of mine is for one purpose, to ensure that Aislynn and Kazuku survive. That's it. If I find happiness along the way, so be it. I'm not going to live regretting my decisions every day, or try not to. But I won't get in your way, and I'm not going to be a burden to you.
You are so frustrating.
I am, but this is who I am.
I'm gonna go sleep.
You really need to learn how to accept people.
I do. I'm accepting you angrily. Go sleep.
Do you have a bottle of wine in your room?
No.
Alright, well, be careful. I'll be right outside your door.
No, sleep on here. Just sleep here. I have a California King. It's
I am a virgin lady. I cannot share a room with you by myself. I'm just kidding. I'll grab my bedroll. And then I find the note from Kyo.
You'd also see Adler locking things up and making his way out.
Be safe, Adler.
You'd see him holding his cheek. Oh, you're still awake.
You know, a
And
girl's
sees you
got to have
coming-
fun.
Sees you coming out of Ern's chambers when you say that. I see.
Oh. I mean, it's not like that. Or maybe it is. I'm not sure. Do get that eye looked at. It looks painful. I know a healer, so in the morning if you need her to look at you, she'd be more than happy to take care of that.
It's his cheek, though. I'll say.
Yeah, cheek.
Oh, look into it.
Well, have a good night.
You as well.
Thank you for the scotch. And I walk back in. All right, who's ready for page 14? I believe it was wrong hole, and I shut the door.
My
And I look at the
God.
note.
We'll see you guys. Oh, you look at the note.
Yeah.
Did you want me to send it, or you want to send it, or do you want to read off of it? Actually,
You should RP the shit out of this, Smokey. Maybe you'll get me dripping wet.
oh,
Oh my god.
Just kidding, Celeste. Calm down.
it's up to the smokesters if he wants to read it to you.
You could send it to me and I'll reenact it for you. Dear Arya,
Now, where's
your
my
butt
note?
is so big.
You got one.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone-
I told him to DM me what it says because I'm reading it as soon as I wake up.
Are you gonna send it to me, Keo? Smoke? Smoke a smoke?
Big one.
Wait,
I'll
what?
send it to you.
Yeah, send it. He's having like typing issues, so maybe you should.
Yeah, I'll send
You-
it to you, or he can send it to you, whatever.
You don't want to read it to me? Whisper it in my ear?
No. This is. It's all up to you guys whether it's out loud or it's personal. So
Alright.
Ern would have one as well.
Please send to me.
yeah,
So you would
Listen.
have
Aaron has one.
So
found
Costco has one.
on your
I get-
bedroll, and you would have found one like on the other side of the door, slid under.
So I'm gonna read both of them because I'm Snoopy like that. But just because I'm reading a letter and I think it'd be funny, I get naked and sit on the edge of Euron's bed.
Mm-hmm.
We once spoke and you asked me when enough is enough. Oh wait, hold on. We are the newest to the group, yet I have seen battle with you the most.
You're
Oh, that's nice of him.
my
I know.
shit.
I trust you in battle, and I'm honored to fight beside you. I believe you set out to become a better rider. Oh, this ain't for me.
You put it down.
No, you want me to keep reading it to you, or do you want to read it yourself?
Something.
No, I was talking to her on.
Oh, that's
Uh,
funny shit.
I mean, you've already read it. May as well keep going.
Do you want more sensual? You're a
No.
better writer historian.
No,
And
I
that-
think it's up to you. However you want to read it.
You are one of the most skilled fighters I have ever had the honor of meeting. No matter the path you choose, each field skills are only going to get better. As I see that, you're the only one that doesn't give up. Well, that's kind of hurtful. It's a cute letter, Keo. He obviously cares
No.
a lot about us.
Well, you do.
And I hand it to him. You
I'll
are
read it
quite
once
gifted.
over this to make sure that Arya didn't misread anything.
Okay, and I'll DM you it.
Mine's a little more personal, but you have seen me naked. Then again, a lot of people have, so when we once spoke, you asked me when enough is enough. The answer is it's always been enough. Each of us do what we can because we can't do any more. I feel you always have known this answer because it resides in you, not from external sources such as gods and kings. I know that you always said that you weren't the leader of the group, but I always looked to you as one. You may have given up more than anyone I've ever known, all to help others, never yourself. This should be true inspiration to anyone. Always remember you are home.
When did he leave these letters?
I
I'm
don't
sure
know. You were feeding me drinks a lot, so I
Yeah, I
don't know.
was hoping he would just knock out, but no, he's still awake.
I drink a lot, Dick.
I mean, this is a really nice letter, but is he running away?
No, I don't think he has. I've only talked to Kyo in depth once. Honestly, he was the first person I talked to about how I was feeling. He is a great man. I will cherish this letter.
Yes, he has really nice feet.
Feet.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What do you-
remember I went to the bath? He took off his
Oh.
shoes.
Christ's sakes.
What the
Did you see if he's packing anything else or just his feet?
Well manicured toes. I was very surprised for a soldier. It was upstanding.
You know, it's hard to believe, but he does look like one of those people. Maybe we
Mhm.
should set him up with a nice little spa visit and get him a nice masseuse.
As they kind of banter off into the night. We'll go to Aislynn and Kill as you guys are about to
I'll
go.
kill any one of you that do that. Yeah, you guys saw my message.
You hear a knock at the door.
Uh,
Hello? Is anyone home?
yes, come in.
Why? Thank you. You see a well-dressed man. I believe someone has been summoning me. And closes the door behind him.
Swear to God,
Oh,
Celeste.
shit.
Of
shit.
all fucking dumb.
And we'll continue this next time.
Oh, shit.
Damn it. Wait, who
My-
just came into her room?
Asmodeus.
And she said, "Yes, come in." No
If
hint.
it,
to
I
fish.
will tell you if it's. I will tell you if it's Asmodeus, it's not Iceland.
Oh.
I was gonna leave it a mystery the whole week.
Wow, Kyo, come on.
I would have killed you, Aislynn.
I wanted to let it run. Like, I think Cullen was on the same page with me, but
Yeah.
Kyo ruined it.
I know Celeste is getting yelled at over there.
Oh, Aislynn.
Kyo ruins everything. Let him burn it.
No, your letter was very good. Both of them.
Okay.
You called what's his name a great historian and writer.
Mm-hmm.
I was over there, like, messaging Smokey, like, just let him think it's me. Just let him think it's me.
You have no idea how infuriating it would be to give up my soul to save your father just so you could fuck around like that. I'd be so livid. But in the end, it would have been
Oh,
appreciated that you cared. Whoever does do it, I find out, they're getting the shit
Hey,
kicked out of them.
you don't
None
know
of you-
yet.
None of you
You don't know.
guys are strong enough to fuck with me.
I mean, yeah.
I'll beat the beast of Tolkai's ass. Get going, girl.
I mean, maybe it. I mean,
Uh,
okay, be right back though. All right, that ends tonight's session. Like, we ended a bit early. DM's not feeling so good. But thank you guys for hanging out. What is today? Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow, I think we're supposed to be doing. Not sure, but as far as D&D goes, so we'll probably be starting the Wildmount campaign back up this Sunday. If not this Sunday, then next Sunday. Depending on how much the DM gets done before then. But Kurai will be back on Wednesday. No, I think we're raiding tomorrow. Either way, be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bye.